Coke Machine for Real Fishing. Here I am with Sean DeGagne, owner and operator of Bear Creek Cottages, and we're here with the LNSA, Lake Nipissing Stakeholder Association, and we're about to do some breeding. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, we're just doing some restocking here. So we basically have a trap net set out there. It's called a box net, and all the fish get live released after we're done, but we go out and grab some females and males out of the net. We bring them back to the dock here and strip the eggs and fertilize them with the males, and they go back and swim away to live another day. So
that's awesome. So none of the fish get injured in any way from this process?
No, none. It's a box net with a couple wings out on it, and they swim into these wings and go into this huge box that they can live in for the night, and we just net them out. They go right back in the water when we're done with them. So
right on. And you don't have to put bait or anything in these?
No, nothing at all. The fish are migrating to this area this time of year just to come and lay their eggs, and we just come out and take our share. We take 2 million eggs every year.
Okay.
And it just gives them a head start. If you're in the wild, only probably 3 to 5% of these eggs are actually even going to get fertilized. So with us, we have a hatch rate of anywhere from 80 to 90%. So out of 2 million eggs, we're releasing like 1.8 to 1.9 million walleye back in the lake.
That's awesome. So of all those walleye you release back in the lake, how many of them do you think survive?
That's the hard thing. It's hard to tell, right? Because there's no way to really track it. But I'd say a fair number of them survive. A lot more are going to hatch than they would in the wild. So it gives us a head start with 2 million eggs every year, and it releases a lot of fry back into this lake.
And what's the biggest walleye you've ever caught in these traps here?
We've had some close to 14 pounds probably. We don't measure them or weigh them or anything like that, just because we do want to get them back in the water. But yesterday we had one that was probably 12 inches across on the side of it, and it was a monster. So, but we got a lot of eggs out of her, and then she went right back and swam away.
Right on. And you know those are good eggs coming out of a fish.
They are good breeding there.
So how long have you been doing this for with Lanza there?
It's been going on for a long time. It used to be Frank Marusich used to run it down out of the Waltonian Inn back in the 70s.
Okay.
They had a hatchery down there, and over the years there's been a bunch of guys that have taken it over, and I've been doing it myself for probably 10, 12 years. I'm not sure exactly. Rob Hyatt's done it for quite a while. Pam and Steve at South River Resort help out. So it's a real joint effort with a bunch of people, and it's fun to do, to give back.
And every year, do you get like a steady crew of volunteers, or are you often looking for new people? Or
we have a kind of a staple crew that we run. Some guys have to work, and with COVID, some guys have got sick, so we do have some people filling in. But every year we're kind of looking for some volunteers. So if anyone's interested, they could just message me, and if we need some people, then I can let them know.
So how long does the whole process take once you get the eggs from there?
It's about 21 days, 18 to 21 days for them to hatch. It all depends on water temperature and how fast it warms up.
Okay.
But from here, they go back to the hatchery. It's at Bear Creek Cottages this year, and we just kind of look after them for that length of time. And once they hatch, it's go time, and we get a crew together and release them all over the lake.
That's awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to getting in the boat this year and getting to see some of those fish straight out. So you say you catch other things in there, like gar pike you mentioned, and whitefish?
Yeah, you have the odd gar pike in the net there, the odd northern pike. Lots of whitefish come in, and suckers are coming in here trying to eat these eggs, but they all go back and get released safely as well.
Okay.
They don't come back to shore at all. They just get thrown right back out of the boat, and they get to go eat some eggs, I guess.
Have you ever caught a carp out there?
We haven't caught a carp in that net, no, not yet. So.
Okay. Have you ever seen a carp in Lake Nipissing?
I have not, but I've heard they're out here. So
I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
Some guy a couple years back caught one off Sunset Point. I'm always wondering, because you guys would probably have a good feel for if carp are coming around, because they are invasive in this lake.
Yep.
And so I'm always curious if they're able to breed enough here, because they are pretty resilient fish.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be one day where we catch one in. There's been everything in that net, from muskie to sturgeon, and they all go back. So. Yeah. But it's kind of cool to see when you pull that thing up expecting walleye, and you got a 48-inch muskie sitting in there. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see what's going to come in. All right, well, today I get to actually go out in the boat, and I'll be filming while we're out there, and then filming all the different steps of this process. Should be a pretty exciting video, and then I'll do a few videos in the future just updating on how the eggs are coming along.
Yep.
And keep people in touch with what's going on down here and what people are trying to do to help promote the fishery on Lake Nipissing here. I look forward to this.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. We'll get you out in that boat, and you'll see a lot of fish, I'm sure.
Right on. All right, well, let's get started.
That's the trap net, so you're gonna pull that wood piece over the top of the boat. Oh, right here. Yep. That piece of wood, there's a weight underneath it. It's like a minnow trap.
Okay.
So we're gonna pull that whole thing over the top of the boat.
Wow.
You gotta reach over and there's a green rope, like string on the zipper there.
Ah, that's a sucker. That's the biggest sucker I think I've ever seen. I thought it was a carp. Huge. Wow. Wow.
That one should be a female, obviously. And usually when we do this, got a big wart. You see he's starting to spew.
That's a nice haul right there. Wow, look at that one. Look at that one. Wow.
I think that's
Three beauties.
all right.
Go.
Wow. So how long have you been doing this for?
About 30 years.
30.
35 years.
So you're here right from the get-go, eh?
No, I wasn't actually, but shortly after, yes.
Ready.
Hold up.
Yeah, it's ready.
Just hold that net right behind my elbow, Rob.
What?
Just hold the net right behind my elbow here. Don't spread the elbow until we get the weight stuff in there. She's full. Wow.
Pile them in there.
Yeah.
Here.
starts doing. Want another female?
What do you think? Is that big enough or?
Yeah, let's do another one.